It's the only show that blends all things marketing with the latest in tech trends. This is The Purple Tie Show. I'm your marketing guy, Robert Martin.
And I am the tech guy, Blake Singleton.
And this is Purple Tie Guys, episode 91.
It's the fun fact, second time we've recorded this episode.
We recorded it last week for you guys. And
Robert deleted it.
I deleted it. Yeah, so good stuff. And when you spent 40 minutes doing a show and you accidentally delete it, I'll just go ahead and tell you, you're so pissed off you don't want to do it again that day.
And we didn't for 7 days.
Yeah, 7 days.
But we've come up with better topics.
Topics. They're like toffee topics.
So we've come up with better topics this week. I will mention one previous. Actually, I might mention two previous topics, but only in the context of the new topics.
Really?
So
that may be good or bad. Who knows?
So I want to start off with Apple because you feel like we've become the Apple podcast.
We have become the Apple podcast,
but I feel like it's because they're the biggest technology company in the world right now, and they are the ones that everybody's reporting on. So that's really all the news we're getting, sort of, I guess.
Yeah. It's like so I'm waiting for them to have a fupa like Samsung where their batteries blow up or something.
Well, I mean, they kind of already are. What I was going to tell you was this is the second quarter in a row that their sales have slipped.
Ooh, slipped. That can't make the investors happy.
No, but they've still got something like $250 billion that they haven't spent. It's just in the bank, ready to be spent.
Well, at least they got money to fund their...
90% of their company is 90% of their income comes from iPhones, and the iPhone sector has gone down gradually since last year, starting in October of last year.
Well, here's my thing with the iPhone dilemma. So I have the iPhone 7, and the only reason I have the iPhone 7 is because of the camera quality.
Right.
And I previously had an iPhone 6s Plus. And I had no intentions of upgrading. I really didn't. And then I was like, Well,
because of employees.
Yeah, because of employees and things of that nature. And upgrades. I was like, damn it, I'm not going to have the oldest phone. Yep. So I went ahead and I bit the bullet. And once I saw the camera and stuff, I was like, this makes sense for me.
Yeah.
We're doing marketing and advertising and being able to shoot your own video. And, do not have to carry the big camera around and everything else. It's helpful.
Whenever we were doing photography, one of the things that I hated to see most was to see a person with a cell phone take a picture instead of coming to us with the professional cameras and such.
We call that an M-WAC. It's a mom with a camera.
But
it's a cell phone.
It's a cell phone. But this is back whenever they were taking, 640 by 480 pictures.
Yeah.
They didn't even have multi-megapixel cameras in the phone at that point. The cameras in the phones these days have become, they're better than low-end DSLR cameras.
Yeah. This thing has dual camera lenses or whatever, and it's
zoom.
Great. It's got zoom. It's got depth field of.
That is all software.
Well, that
is all software,
but it works very well.
It does work very well. It takes
got
very
a
good
depth
pictures.
Effect. It does.
But we've reported on some of these rumors in the past. But people are speculating what the next thing for Apple is going to be because the iPhone market's essentially turned into a commodities market, and you're trying to get people. Apple and Samsung and the like are trying to get people's next upgrade, not their first handset.
Right.
The first handset boom's over. So what's the next thing? And
Apple started off as it started off as a computer company.
It started off as a build your own computer company.
Yeah, well, we won't even go there. But, and if you watch the Steve Jobs movie, where
any of them
really, where, they're building these computers in their garage and, him and Wozniak's doing the coding and all this other stuff. And it's really cool.
Yeah.
But they were a computer company and they were like the underdogs of the computer world.
Yep.
Well, then they became hey, we're a computer for everybody.
Yep.
the Misfits. I don't know if you remember that commercial.
I do remember that commercial.
Woohoo! I love it. It makes me cry, even though now I don't have a Mac. I have a Windows 10 tablet, and I love it. I love it a lot. Until last Friday.
No, you're getting off topic.
Till Friday. BitLocker, let's just say.
I don't know what happened to your computer. I don't know why it lost everything with the settings.
I have no idea.
And locked you out with the encryption, but you got back in. So
yeah. It aggravated me. But they went from a computer company to the iPod, right? And then the iPod was like, what?
Well, the first big thing for Apple's comeback was the iMac back in the 90s. We talked about that a lot. And next was the iPod.
Right.
And the iPod revolutionized, quote unquote, music. Right.
Because you can carry 1,000 songs in your pocket.
Which was not new. But they made the design new, and it was a great design.
Y'all have to excuse me. I'm having some issues.
They made... I'm going to ignore that.
Thank you.
They made a great new music player that had a wonderful design. Actually, the first design for the iPod was garbage. The second design was great.
Hey, do you remember the, what was it, the Microsoft... Zune or whatever?
And you know what? That was a great music player, but... They were copying Apple.
Yep.
They were never, if they'd have come out first, they'd have been great, but they didn't. They were like, oh, Apple did this, we got to do this too.
Yeah. Watch us, look at me too.
So,
and now they revolutionized the phone industry, right?
Which is not true, because they were not the first touchscreen phone to come out, but they made it popular.
They made it for they made it for the misfits.
The only thing that Apple does that I wish someone else would do just once is think about user experience.
Yeah.
Because they made it super simple for somebody to pick up a smartphone that had never touched one before and be like, oh, this is how I make a phone call.
Yeah.
This is how I check my calendar. This is how I get on the internet.
Their UX is pretty...
You using them terms,
pretty good,
man.
Yeah. UX, UI. Man, it needs more UI and less UX.
No, it needs less UX and less UI and more UX. Dang it. Anyway,
hey, speaking of,
not speaking of, you haven't let me get to the rest of the topic.
Go ahead, jeez.
I've been trying to get a word in edgewise since you started talking about
a word in halfways.
No, not halfways.
No, that was one of the things that we talked about. I think the last show, whenever I deleted it, we were sitting somewhere, and you were talking about something. I was going to put
it on the next side tangent episode, but I guess we're just not going to do that anymore because it didn't do that well.
It didn't do that well.
So, but the rumors swirling right now. So. The iPhone market makes up 90% of Apple's income right now, and it's starting to slide. So everybody's asking, what's next for Apple, right? And we've reported on some of these rumors before, but there are rumors circulating that they are talking about buying some major companies because they got $250 billion or something.
Well, they have a car now.
That's the rumor. Nobody can confirm that. Right?
But they applied for permits for a self-driving car. I did read that earlier.
Yes. And it
Jacob,
may be related.
Get your pocketbook ready, boy.
Yeah,
it's coming.
You just dropped money on that Honda or whatever it was, and now you're going to have to buy the Apple car.
Yep.
The iCar. Anyway, the rumors circulating that we've already reported on, I don't remember if we reported on one of these or not, but I know we reported on another one. There's rumors circulating that they're going to buy Tesla. Right? Right?
Jacob, you better get another job.
Yeah. Rumors circulating that they're going to buy Disney.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then there's a bunch of other rumors circulating that they may buy Netflix or Hulu or Activision Blizzard or Take-Two Interactive or Electronic Arts. Now, the last three are video game companies, and
they're going to buy them all, or just one of them.
I don't think they could afford to. Well, I mean, maybe they could afford to buy them all. I don't know.
If they had a couple $1 billion, they could afford anything I own.
Yeah, but those are the rumors right now. They're either going to buy a streaming video company like Netflix or Hulu, a video game company like Activision Blizzard, Take-Two Interactive, or EA. Which EA is the biggest.
Yeah, if I were Apple and going after a video game company, I'd buy EA. Because that makes sense.
Maybe they could fix some of the problems with that company. Or that they're going to buy Tesla or Disney. Disney as far as income goes, makes the most sense to me. Tesla has always, Elon Musk has always been quoted as saying that Tesla was just a way for him to make his batteries. Like, it was a proof of concept for his batteries, you know?
Well, okay, so I can see this on twofold. Apple is a bunch of pretentious a-holes. So Tesla makes sense.
You looked at me like you wanted me to say something, and I'm mid-sip of coffee. Like, what?
So let me reiterate that. Apple is typically a bunch of a-holes, so Tesla makes sense, right? Because it's like, look at us. We have the best of it. We are the best of the best of the best.
Speaking of Apple being a pretentious a-hole, last week, whenever we recorded this the first time, we talked about Apple infringing on a 15-year-old AOL patent.
Yeah, take that. Shuck it.
And they may have to pay back Samsung like $5.5 million.
You know, then you won't be able to afford Tesla. So, but yeah, that's you know what it is. They infringed on that. You've got mail.
Oh God, I hope so. I hope that's it.
No, it's not. I'm sure it's not. It's. I don't know what it would be. What AOL was so.
It was something about the way that content was arranged on the page, and it's related to whenever you swipe down to refresh.
Oh.
So, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly. It's saved
stupid.
somewhere, I'm sure.
It's stupid. Moving on. All right, so I wanna hawk my book real quick.
Go for it.
From my boy Russell Brunson.
You're having a real bromance with this guy right now.
I am, man. He's pretty hot.
I gotta tell you, I was gonna say something about the way that he looks. He's turning. I was watching a video of his the other day, and he was like, "I turned 37 this year." I was like, "Holy crap, you're 37!"
Yeah, he looks like he's like
he's in his early 20s.
Early 20s, yeah. So, but anyway, he's got a new book out called Expert Secrets. Now, if you buy it through my affiliate link, that is purpletieguys.com/free book. He's going to give you the book for free. All you have to do is pay shipping and handling of $7.95. Yeah, actually, there's no handling in that. It's just shipping. That's what the post office charges. But it's Expert Secrets. It's about how to, and it sounds like, you know, rah, 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 you know, like a little cheerleader book, right? Because it's find your message, build a tribe, and change the world, right? So it sounds like a cheerleader type thing. But there's a lot of psychology behind everything that goes into this book. And he talks about, you know, how to be the charismatic leader, how to find something you want to change and build people to help you push toward that change. I mean, the book it will change your business. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say that. His first book, .com Secrets,
which I'm reading right now,
which is a beautiful book. I mean, within the first third of that book, I'd already been like, aha!
Break out the highlighters and the notebook.
Break out the highlighters and the note cards and start taking notes. So if you want to be in control of your own future and your own destiny, and you want to find a way to find your purpose in life and build a business around it, the book is worth the $7.95 shipping. It's a $19.95 book that he's going to give you for free.
Yeah, you can go to Barnes & Noble and buy the book for $20, or you can pay $8 in shipping.
Guys, yes, you can go to purpletieguys.com/free book and buy it. Just give him $7.95 and he'll give you the book. That's how much he believes in this book.
Yep.
So, and if you decide that... and we'll get into this later amongst some other episodes, but, you know, there used to be old school sales funnels, right? You throw a bunch of people in the top, and out the bottom dripped like 5% or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, the new way of doing that is digital funnels, online funnels, and things like that. So he actually developed a company called ClickFunnels, and it makes online selling just it's a no-brainer. Anybody can build the website. Anybody can build the interface. It's really, really cool.
The thing that really impresses me about ClickFunnels is the fact that you can build an entire website
All within ClickFunnels.
All within ClickFunnels, and it is really super simple. And that's coming from somebody who builds websites for a living.
Right.
And if you just follow some basic design rules, your website built through ClickFunnels can look as good as anything out there.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
But it's built to sell.
Yeah,
it
is 100%
built to sell.
Built to get money from whoever goes to your website.
If you want to look at it, go to purpletieguys.com/funnel, and that will send you over to the ClickFunnels website through my affiliate link, and I would appreciate that. So
is it just funnel? I didn't know this was a thing.
So it's just purpletieguys.com/funnel and purpletieguys.com/free book. So go get your free book.
And if y'all are wondering, those are affiliate links.
Yes, I will make a little bit of money off of it.
Make a little bit of money off of that.
Not a lot. I'm not going to get rich by any means, but I will get a little something off of it. Coffee money. I'll get Starbucks money.
Or
Jacob,
beer
go buy
money.
the book. Or beer money. I mean, whatever.
Jacob, if you buy this book, you better do it through the affiliate link or I'm going to be sorely disappointed. You will lose your highly unpaid intern status.
That Apple car is so far away. So speaking of affiliate links and stuff like that, you know, at some point I would like to talk about affiliate marketing. I don't know that we'll do it in this show, but I am going to talk about retargeting for a second, because Jacob asked me a very important question earlier today. And just full disclosure, it's a Sunday morning. Yes, Jacob asked me a question on Sunday morning. Why? I've already bought a PS4. So he's been shopping for a PS4, right? To play the video games on.
Right.
And he calls me up this morning. He goes, I have bought a PS4, so why the hell am I still getting advertisements for PS4s? Don't they know I bought one?
And the simple answer is?
No, they do not know, because now I think this is the next logical step, is to know when they go through and follow through and buy.
I'd be interested to know where he purchased it, because...
Best Buy.
He bought it? No, I mean, where... So, what? He bought it at Best Buy? Did he buy it online?
No, he went into the store and so he can take it back if he don't like it.
Oh, Lord in heaven. Okay, so here's my brief story about retargeting. Do you remember several weeks ago whenever you bought your brand new Bluetooth headset?
My brand new Bluetooth headset that I bought from Office Depot because I couldn't wait.
Right.
Or wait, the one from Amazon that I returned.
Nope, the one you bought from
Office Depot. The one that I currently still have because I love it.
Yes, that one. I am still seeing ads about that because we searched on Amazon using my account, trying to find it cheaper.
Yeah.
I'm still getting ads about that in my Facebook feed. I get it in my Twitter feed. I get it whenever I am searching on Google.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it is everywhere. But see, Amazon does it right. They are hooked into everything.
Oh, yeah. Well,
they retarget to everybody.
Okay, so full disclosure, we're going to talk about retargeting here for a second, and I'm going to let you guys in on another little secret, too. So I was discussing with a potential client Facebook ads, and I said, you know, I can target people down to, you know, home ownership, you know, how much money they make, that sort of thing. And he kind of got, you know, irate a little bit, right? And he goes, well, how do they know how much I make? You know, they can't, I didn't tell them how much I make. They don't know how much I make. They don't know, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, shut up. And then I actually told him we're not a good fit. And then he said, well, I'll save us both some time. We're not interested. And I was like, what part of you're not a good fit do you not? I fired you first.
But see, that's the thing. In the South, if any of you guys are listening that are not in the South, you have to get the last word or you lost.
Yeah, if it's not anything but just a big old F you got to get the last word.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
or you lost the competition that you were in that you didn't know about.
So anyway, Jacob says, you know, today during this conversation, he goes, well, it's really simple if you think about it. You know, you go in And Facebook has all these algorithms, right? And I've talked about the Facebook algorithm and stuff, and that's how they determine, home ownership and stuff like that. But if you look at Glassdoor, they'll tell you how much somebody that works at Staples makes. They'll tell you how much, somebody that is a, engineer in Alabama makes. They got a rough idea, right?
Yeah.
And the financial part of it, the income level, is broken down into like $10,000 segments. So it's easy to kind of throw a dart at something that wide.
Yeah. Well, the thing that really surprises me is whenever they know what you've bought. Like Facebook can figure out what you've bought, and they're not tracking your purchases. They're looking at what you post on your feed, right? So whenever I bought my Ford Escape last year, I posted a picture. I was like, look at my new Ford Escape. Well, it picked up my new Ford Escape. And they looked at the picture I posted, and they analyzed the picture, and the picture was of a 2016 Ford Escape. So now they know that I just bought a Ford Escape. So they're going to start pumping ads for, accessories and oil changes and tires and all kinds of crap to me.
So now, with that being said, now I spent a lot of money to go through this, Facebook course, but I can get out 2 weeks out of an anniversary, right? So, and Jacob brought this up today, and I was like, I thought about that, but I didn't really think about that. But now that I thought about it, and you brought it up, I'm probably going to do it, which is the way a lot of this squirrel. So anyway, a lot of this, 2 weeks out from the anniversary, males between the ages of 25 and 60 something, right? Jewelry stores.
Oh yeah.
Flower shops. Don't forget, you got an anniversary coming up.
Yep.
From Samson Flowers or whatever, right? I mean, that makes some killer retargeting sense right there.
Yeah.
The issue is whenever you go to these business owners, so if you're a business owner, listen up. You can target some crazy stuff on Facebook. And yes, it is a real true blue thing. You can target all kinds of stuff. It is possible. So I'm going to go and I know somebody that has a jewelry store.
Yeah.
So I want to go do that. And so let's talk about the power of this for just a second. I know we're talking about retargeting and stuff like that, and we'll get back to that. But I ran a simple, it's not even an ad for Fave Geek, right? It is stupid. All it says is broken iPhone, same day fix, and lifetime warranty. Has a picture of our website, literally the picture on our website. And nothing else. There's no deal. There's no special thing. There's a little thing that says messages for more details.
Yep.
With a little messenger button. We've doubled our revenue in the last week.
Yep. I can attest because I've been working there for the past week.
I have been working there for the past week too. It sucks when you have employees that have unexpected family things, but you got to let them take care of family stuff. You got to take care of your employees or they won't take care of you.
Right.
So, There's that.
There is that.
We are probably also going to be looking to hire a part-time person here soon. So if you are looking for a small part-time job, we're probably in the market for you right now.
No technical expertise required.
No, all you got to do is check them in, check them out. We'll do the rest.
I bumped my microphone. I'm sorry. I was trying to get the rest of my coffee.
Yeah, amateur. But it has literally doubled our revenue in the last week on this one simple ad. Now, I've got it super duper just so laser focused, right?
Well, now, you've been through a ton of different variations before you figured out that you didn't need all the extra stuff.
Right.
And I think a lot of people don't realize how trial intensive ads can be.
Oh man, it can take you a month just to get it honed in and making money. So this ad is specifically delivered to nothing but iPhones and iPads. And so the ad literally is broken iPhone, same day fix, and lifetime warranty.
Right.
There's no ad about it. It's just out there, you know? Because here's the thing. We have a lot of competition in town. Suddenly. And everybody's
over the past 2 years,
yeah, they're like, oh, super cheap iPhone fix, or whatever, right? And I'm like, hey, you know what? It don't matter.
You know what?
We can give you a lifetime warranty. You want a lifetime warranty? Come to us.
Going back to Russell Brunson, who has a free book available. purpletieguys.com/free book. He made a very good point. There is no value in being the second cheapest.
Oh, yeah, we're almost as cheap as Walmart.
Almost as cheap as Walmart. Well, that doesn't matter to me. I want to go to Walmart and get the cheapest.
So you either want to be the cheapest,
right,
or you want to be the most expensive. You never want to be in the middle because then you're just a commodity.
Yeah, I was talking to you the other day. It's funny. We were just talking about this the other day, and I was like, well, are we the most expensive? And you said, maybe? I think so.
I think so.
I think we are the most expensive in town.
Yeah, I mean, and that goes for, just about everything as far as,
I've been trying to get him. I've been trying to get the manager at FaveGeek to up the price of diagnostics for 6 months now.
Yeah,
because I feel like we're not getting enough money, and they're like,
Well, now here's the thing, though. Now that we've run the ad, now we have to. And like I said, it's not really an ad, but I feel like we need something on the computer side of things, and that gets a little bit harder.
Yeah,
because how do you? I can't just offer a lifetime warranty on computer repair because we got one.
Oh my God!
We got one person. We cannot mention names.
I can't say any names, but oh my God!
So we have a customer that goes and gets viruses from not so great sites, and then comes in and is like, "Well, it was just in here last week. Don't y'all have a warranty on virus removal?" No, because your butt's still going to all these nasty websites and getting God only. It's like
pullmyfinger.net and stuff like that.
It's like VD for computers. That's just
we can treat the symptoms.
We can treat the symptoms, but we can't cure it.
Yeah,
you gotta keep from. Put a garbage bag over that thing.
In the past, we've run sales that are pretty significant where you knock down the diagnostic fee from as much as $20 down to $1.
Right, and that works, right? That works to get the influx of people, but you really get the wrong kind of influx of people because they bring you crap that they know is not fixable.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
And then you just waste money, figuring out that it ain't fixable.
A lot of the time, whenever we're talking to the employees and the manager, and we're like, hey, what do you want to do to increase business? They're like, let's make a coupon and send out a coupon.
But if you're looking for a sale... See, that's Russell Brunson mentioned something about he ran...
Free book, purpletieguys.com/free book.
purpletieguys.com/free book. But anyway, he said that they ran a funnel for vitamins and a funnel for this and a funnel for that and a funnel for weight loss and a funnel for coupon clippers, right? And he said that was the worst funnel ever.
Yep.
That they did a show, like a live show, and there was literally two ladies down in the front fighting over a $1 off coupon for ranch dressing.
Yep.
And he realized that was not his target demographic. And I was like, poor Russell Brunson.
Well, there's...
I got two grannies on row one fighting.
Yeah, there is value to learning these lessons on your own, but some lessons you can just listen to somebody tell you the stories and be like, I don't think I want to deal with that.
I don't think I want to go down that road.
But yeah, you talk to the people that are in the business and you ask them, hey, how do you want to increase customer? How you want to increase sales? And all they've got is lower the price.
Right.
And that's not what you want to do.
And that's really not, that's not what you want to do. We've hiked our prices on the graphic design side a bunch.
Yeah.
Many times.
And we are definitely not the lowest there. There are plenty of people out there that are giving it away just so you'll buy their other services.
Oh, my God. That ticks me off so bad.
And again, you got to ask yourself, what are you actually getting whenever you get free design work? Is it actually design work?
No, it's clip art that's shoved together to make it look like a thing. But we talked about that.
Yeah.
But so back to our... Man, that was a long side tangent. But back to our retargeting, I think that's the next evolution in retargeting is knowing when somebody has bought something, and knowing that you don't have to show your ad to them anymore. So I bought a Facebook course, to run Facebook ads.
Yep.
I still get and
that's
now,
been months ago.
And now
right?
and I still get ads from him for the same course.
Yeah.
But I also get everybody else who has a Facebook course available.
Yeah.
And they're like, look at my course. My course is better than anybody else's course because I'm going to show you how to sell this.
Yeah.
Which was a big downfall, right? Not of the original person not showing them how to sell this. You know,
that he never promised to show you how to sell it. He showed you how to run, Facebook ads.
Yeah.
And how he made his money.
Right. And so he's now going to come out with a book called, Facebook Agency or whatever that shows you how to sell it and all this other stuff. But what ticks me off is, his whole thing was real estate, right? That's where he made his money was.
Right.
He took, $400 in ad budget and turned it into, $900,000 in sales. But if you look at the $900,000 in sales, that was only like 6 apartments,
right,
in downtown like Texas or something. But anyway,
I can see that.
I can see that. I mean, that's a legit thing. I'm telling you that I have taken literally less than $100 and doubled my revenue in my business.
Yeah. Here's what I want people to understand though. Whenever you start getting into Facebook ads, you're going to start seeing numbers that he doesn't talk about.
Yep.
You're going to start seeing how many people have seen the ad versus how many people have clicked on the ad versus how many people have gone to the funnel versus how many people have actually finished the funnel.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into that.
And in his course, he talks about, you distracted me with your clicking and you moving of the mouse. In his course, he talks about how he turns $400 of ad budget into $900,000 in sales, but he doesn't say that he had his total reach was like 100,000 people,
right?
But he only got like 12 people through that funnel all the way to the end,
right? And only 6 ended up buying. Well, and so here's the other issue with that is in the course he talks about going after chiropractors, right?
Right.
Low hanging fruit, whatever. I don't know. And he's like, oh, well, these chiropractors and blah, blah, blah. So everybody that's gone through the course, right? They step through the course. Do. Now they're like, man, I'm going to chiropractor. So there's a guy local, like really local to me that went through the same course.
Like a city over.
Yeah, like a city over. They reached out and was like, I thought we should say hi on Facebook. And he's messaging these chiropractors over Facebook.
Right.
And he's like, if I can ever get him on the phone, I'm great on the phone. I'm killer on the phone, whatever. I'm in a totally different market. Like, I have not entertained chiropractors, not one time. And I'm not going to tell you what markets I'm in because that would just be dumb. But I'm not in the chiropractor market. Well, and I don't want to be in the chiropractor market.
We've been in the chiropractor market with Fave Geek, right? And
there's 2 levels of chiropractors. Yeah. There's the holy crap, I have an x-ray machine, and holy crap, I can barely afford to pay for my rat-infested building.
Yeah. There's the people that can barely afford electricity each month versus the people that have a 5-story complex. There are the chiropractors
that's almost as cheap as Walmart.
Right.
And there's the really expensive chiropractors.
That's exactly right. There's no in between. And you've got some chiropractors that play at being the most expensive, but they're not, and you can tell.
Oh yeah.
The instant you walk into one of their exam rooms.
Oh yeah.
So if you've not dealt with those chiropractors, just wait.
Oh, yeah. They're there. They are there.
All of them.
But I don't even play in that market. And I don't want to play in that market.
Right.
Like, my market's so not there. And they talk about, building the funnel and gathering this stuff and blah, 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 blah. And they don't teach anything about building the list, right? They're telling them to get the name and email them a voucher and all this other stuff.
Now, this is the course that you took.
This is the course that I took. So They talk about, building this funnel through ClickFunnels, purpletieguys.com/funnel. And little plug there. But they talk about building this funnel, and they talk about gathering a name and an email address. And then they're like, then you email them a voucher. And then whenever you email them the voucher, you get them to call now to set up their appointment. And you really push them to come in, right? What are you doing with that email address? Because that email address is very, very, very valuable. If you're a business owner or you have aspirations of being a business owner, listen to me very, very carefully. The email address is so valuable. FaveGeek has probably 5,000 email addresses or more. That is 5,000. Listen to me. Turn the radio up. Listen to me. That is 5,000 people that I can market to for literally zero money. Zero. Because it doesn't cost me a dime to send an email. Well, until Trump starts taxing it. But
it's coming, y'all.
Right now, it costs me zero. And I think I've mentioned that on the show before. That's why your email is so important. So they're teaching them the basics, the fundamentals. Hey, let's do this, do this, do this. But they're not teaching them that next step. And they're not teaching them how to sell this. I have a method to sell this program. And it's stupid simple. And it's crazy effective. And I fully intend on creating a digital, I plan on creating 2 digital products. Number 1 is going to be Facebook for small businesses. And number 2 is going to be how to sell Facebook ads to small businesses for people who have either taken one of these Facebook courses or they're a Facebook guru or whatever.
Right.
I'm going to teach you how to sell that to other small businesses. But I'm also going to teach small business owners how to run their own Facebook ad campaign and be effective at it. I'm just not going to do it cheap. I'm almost as cheap as Walmart, y'all.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, as Grant Cardone would say, who's got my money?
You know, you've really been into the Russell Brunsons and Gary V's and...
Man, I love Gary Vaynerchuk. He is so awesome. He cusses a lot, though.
He does. And
Grant Cardone does too.
Cardone does too.
Well, the issue is smart people like me and you, we cuss a lot. That's why we did the Side Tangent show. But apparently, no one really, well, I say no one liked it. It had a bunch of downloads. But everybody was like, oh, it'll take away from your other show. So we decided not to do an additional one. But it is a proven fact that people that cuss a lot are smarter. We don't take up valuable time in trying to craft a way around it. That's why the show takes so long.
Yeah.
We have to wordsmith a word for poop because we can't say it on the show.
So I've only got one other thing on our list, and it is a new version of Windows 10 that's coming out.
I'm excited.
It's called
Hang on. I'm excited. Go ahead. I'm excited.
Oh.
Oh, man. I'm excited.
If you, just FYI.
No,
if you're
just Windows 10. Let's moving on. Windows 10s. Come on.
So Windows 10s is coming out, and
talk it up.
It's going to be sort of like Windows 8 RT was back in the day, meaning that it won't run standard Windows operating system applications, but it's going to be cheap.
Well, it's going to be cheap. It'll run Office. It'll 365.
It'll run Office apps. It'll run Office online apps.
Okay, but I mean, come on, dude. That's like halfway to being awesome.
No, you didn't hear me. Online.
Apps. Oh, so if it ain't connected to the internet, you're done.
No, it'll still run without it connected to the internet, but it's going to be just like Chromebooks, right? For Chromebooks, you can do some really basic stuff offline, but you really need the internet for it to work properly.
You need for a Chromebook, you need the internet to dang near do anything.
The Windows 10s operating system is going to be very similar to that, but it's going to be Microsoft's version of the Chromebook. So you'll have access to Edge, you'll have access to Office online.
So are they going to shoot this thing out for like a couple $100?
Less than
with
a couple
hardware?
$100. The first notebooks that are being made are going to retail at $189.
Hey, you remember the little green notebooks that had the little crank on them?
Yeah,
that you cranked up the battery?
Exo laptops or something like that?
I don't remember.
But
I just envisioned that. I envisioned Microsoft coming out with a little laptop and it's got a little crank on the side that looks like a pencil sharpener and you just crank it to charge the battery.
Do you even remember what those were for?
They were for Ethiopian children, I think.
It's very not PC, but close, yes.
Side tangent.
Yeah, they were for third world countries where they didn't have access to reliable...
How was that not utopia.
reliable electricity so that they could crank these things and use the operating system and use the games and stuff that are on there. And they had Wi-Fi built in, but it couldn't access the internet because they didn't have internet access. But they could access the other laptops, like in an ad hoc infrastructure type deal.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that if I'm living in a place that ain't got electricity and I'm cranking my laptop, I'm probably going to use it to build infrastructure for some electricity and internet. Because that don't sound like no fun.
Well, now you don't have to. You can just use these Windows 10 laptops that are $189. But it's going to be just like the Chromebooks. The Chromebooks come with the Chrome internet browser. They come with Google Docs, Google Sheets, all of the word processing stuff through Google, Google Drive. It comes with all that. So these are being geared towards educational facilities right now, right? To replace the expensive, easily broken laptops with inexpensive, not easily broken laptops. And I think it's going to be great. I think that it's a great competition for Chromebooks. I think that in the long run, Chromebooks needed some competition.
Well, they kind of went to a point, and then they were like, "Okay, good enough."
Yeah,
they're good enough.
That's my point. Like they need something to push them because I've always loved Chromebooks. I think they're really great.
I have a Chromebook sitting in the other room. It's one of the Pixel Chromebooks.
Yeah, with the touchscreen.
That's like $1,500. I mean, it was an expensive. I didn't pay that for it because I'm not dumb, but I paid like $150 for it, I think, or $100 or something like that. Anyway, I love it and I want to use it every day. But it's been sitting in the corner. It's probably dead. Like, it's not even got a charge on it.
Yeah.
Because I haven't touched it in so long.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my Chromebook experience. I mean, I got it and I was like, I'm going to do everything on this thing.
And you could.
Well, I could
do everything.
But now I have a Windows 10 tablet, laptop, desktop, like all-in-one type thing.
Right.
And I just don't use it anymore. But, thinking about it, it would be great for making quick edits and stuff on, an ad on one of my Facebook ads or whatever, because it's got a full-blown Chrome browser on it, and it can do all that stuff. So, I don't know, maybe I'll dig it out one day and sell it in a yard sale.
Yeah. See, we've talked about this before, and this goes back to the very first thing we talked about. I think the next thing that Apple should invest in is an iPhone that they can turn into a computer. See,
me and the highly unpaid intern talked about this just the other day. I think Apple's next step, the only way that I'm going to buy another iPad is if it can run iOS and a version of Mac OS at the same time. Like,
I don't think it needs to run iOS. I think it needs to do
swap.
I think it needs to do just like Windows 10 does, where it goes into tablet mode and you can access the tablet portion, the iOS quote unquote portion of the tablet just by tapping a button. And Android had this for a while and nobody liked it because of the way they implemented it, but they've got these Android tablets that run Android and Windows, and if you dock it, it turns into a Windows computer, and if you take it off the dock and turn it into a tablet, suddenly it's running Android, right? And that's not great, but it's sort of what I'm talking about. Your tablet does it great.
Oh yeah. Mine is definitely not almost as cheap as Walmart. It is and I paid good money for it too. But hey, anyway, that's our show for today, I think.
Yep.
And if you've enjoyed it, go to purpletieguys.com/free book and show us how much you enjoyed it. Find us online, facebook.com/purpletieguys, twitter.com/purpletieguys. Show us some love this week. And we'll show y'all something special next week.
Also, all the affiliate links will be available in the show notes, so go click on them.
Please.